Boxing Nation, and we back at it with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about the fight between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis that's being hyped up as of right now. I want to give light on the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia as well that's supposed to be going on. I think that fight is a better matchup than seeing Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis 2. Honestly, I feel like they styles did match up a lot in the fight, but I did feel like Gervonta Tank Davis had his way with him in the fight. I feel like he could have ended the fight at any time if he really, really wanted to. But, you know, I think that it was a great fight. I take nothing from Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I just don't know if this is the fight that Gervonta Tank Davis should be taking up next. I think that he should be going up in the competition, right? I want to see him fighting the likes of Teofimo Lopez, the likes of Devin Haney, the likes of Ryan Garcia, the likes of, you know, the four kings. Like, I want to see him fighting someone who's actually on top of the weight division, right? I think that Gervonta Tank Davis, he has so many talents, so much skill set that he doesn't really notice. He doesn't really notice it. That's why he's not taking on these bigger fights. But I think that if he was, I think he's ready. Anyways, I've been watching him for years. I've been watching him since I was boxing back in 2013 about. Excuse me. And Gervonta Tank Davis has always been getting better every year. Was it Leo Santa Cruz? It was either Leo Santa Cruz or Pedraza that right after he fought them, I actually had dinner with the fighter. I think, like I said, it was Leo Santa Cruz or Pedraza, either one. He knocked both of those fighters out, by the way, but he had dinner. I had dinner with one of those fighters after they fought Gervonta Tank Davis. And they tried to say that Gervonta didn't actually hit that hard, but he knocked him out with an uppercut. So, yeah. So, I mean, I take nothing away from these fighters, man. I think that, like I said, I feel like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he has an amazing chin. He's an amazing fighter stylistically. He does make for a good fight. But we already seen that. We want to see him. We want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in these big fights. We're ready to see him challenge himself, right? To a different level, right? Because he wants to be mentioned amongst the great, like with Floyd Mayweather, like with any greats, like with Sugar Ray Robinson. He wants to be mentioned with those greats. If he wants to be mentioned with those greats, I don't know if he does. But if he does, then he needs to start taking on these fights with bigger names. Gervonta is the cash cow of the 135 division. That's true. That's a fact. But he doesn't know that he would make so much more money if he was fighting these guys who are the four kings in the division, right? Or at least go up and fight these guys, you know? Gervonta Tank Davis, I feel like he could carry power 135 to 140, maybe even 145. Maybe. That's pushing it, right? But Gervonta Tank Davis, he always has a fighter's chance. He has a good punch, right? So I'm not taking anything away from him. I know he can go for 145 and probably still, you know, do well. Probably 150 and still do well. But Gervonta Tank Davis is a natural lighter fighter, right? He just packs a punch. So I see that if he was to take on these bigger names, I think that his fan base would just grow a lot more. Everyone keeps on talking about how followers don't mean anything. Yeah, they don't mean anything to a certain aspect, but when you bring a certain type of skill set like Gervonta Tank Davis does to the table, to where you can fight with the best, you can fight with world champions, you can fight with anybody, you feel me? Tomorrow, if he could be ready, you know? Like, because Gervonta Tank Davis is Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, he always got a puncher's chance. So, I feel like if he just starts to get into these fights, man, with these bigger names, man, it would do a lot more for his legacy. If he wants his kids to really see that he fought the best, then you have to show them that, you know? It's hot out here. It's like 112 in Las Vegas right now, but that's beside the point. Like I said, man, I think that he could. I don't want to see this fight between him and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. But if they do fight, I do. Once again, I see Gervonta taking that dub. I see Gervonta maybe even knocking Pitbull Cruz out this time. Don't get me wrong. I know that Pitbull has a chin out of this world. Don't get me wrong. But I know what Gervonta Tank Davis brings to the table. There's no way that Isaac Pitbull Cruz wins that fight between him and Gervonta Tank Davis. Like I said, stylistically, they match up for a great fight. They're both They're both great fighters. I just feel like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he leaves his chin open a lot. He has his chin up in the air a lot. You know, he has that Mexican pride that, you know how Mexican fighters fight. They're always that come forward. And eventually he can just walk into a shot that he's not going to be able to get up from fighting a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis. So I don't feel like that fight would just be, you know, I'm going to give you guys my prediction of the fight. So I know that they might fight now, so I'm going to give you guys my prediction. I say Gervonta Tank Davis, I say it's a good fight the first couple rounds, between the first to the fifth round, between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis. But then I see Gervonta Tank Davis hitting him with either knocking him out with a big shot or with a couple big shots, just like he did Leo Santa Cruz or Pedraza. We have to remember that this guy, Gervonta Tank Davis, he fights these bigger guys. He's in the gym sparring these bigger guys. And these guys, they don't know about Gervonta's power, because they kind of, I don't want to say they underestimate his power, but they just don't really know that well until they get into the ring and they honestly get hit by him, right? So yeah, man, I think that just moral of this video, I see that Gervonta Tank Davis should start taking on these bigger names. I'm tired of seeing him fight the likes of Rolly Romero or anybody who's even remotely on his level. I'm ready to see him take up the competition, fight these Shakur Stevensons, these guys that's going to actually give him a run for his money, you know? But I want to say shout out to Gervonta Tank Davis, man. Shout out to Isaac Pitbull Cruz for putting on that amazing fight against Ramirez last night. Yeah, man, there's been some great fights in the division, in boxing, period. So shout out to boxing, man. Shout out to all the low-key boxing channels like Aki, like I think it's Boxing Ego. It's a couple TV. So shout out to all you guys, man. Without you guys, boxing really wouldn't be anything. I've been watching you guys ever since I was young. So shout out to you guys once again. But yeah, man, I want to see him in these fights, in the fight with these bigger names, man. Who do you guys want to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight, man? Let me know. And how do you feel that this fight between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis will go to the number 2 if they fight in October? Like I said, I see Gervonta Tank Davis wiping him out, like 4th or 5th round. But yeah, man, how do y'all feel about the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and King Rye Garcia? You know, I feel like stylistically they could match up and have a great fight, just because, you know, King Rye's he's a little bit rangy, and he could give Gervonta Tank Davis a little bit of problems with his speed and with him being just a little bit rangy, instead of letting Gervonta figure him out. And you know, when you let Gervonta Tank Davis have time to figure you out, and you know, like, you let him taste your power a little bit, and he kind of gets a little bit cocky. So if you don't get him out of there pretty quickly with somebody like the likes of Ryan Garcia. But like I said, Ryan Garcia he keeps his chin exposed a lot too. He keeps his chin in the air when he's fighting a lot. He has just a little bit of things that he'll have to work on if he wants to fight somebody like Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is a world-class fighter. So, man, we all know that Gervonta Tank Davis, he's the king of the 135 division right now. We definitely want to see him fighting. If Shakur goes up, I want to see him fight types like Shakur. If Shakur goes up to 140, though, I don't think that's going to hurt. But I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, or Gervonta Tank Davis versus King Ryan Garcia, or Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney, or Gervonta versus T.O. Man, come on, Gervonta, man. Let us see these bigger fights, man. I'm itching for it. If you guys want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and go to my page. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications if you want to be notified the next time I post. And yeah, man, it's Boxing Nation, and we signing out. Dudes.